I'm not trying to be rock.
I'm half NFU Radio. I apologize for the technical difficulties, man. WKCR is broke. Guys, I'm just going to be 100% real with you. I'm just going to keep it a buck. We really are broke. And this is what happens when we are broke. We don't have the tools to get a recording perfect and have it saved on the remote computer. Our remote computer is broken. Anyway, if it is somewhere in your heart that you would like to donate to WKCR to help us out with these issues, you can go to our website at WKCR.org and click the yellow button, guys. Please.
I'm not trying to be fucking mock on me. I'm just talking about me. I'm a cool little fly nigga that has a lot of little fly problems. That's
Talk your shit, bro.
You'll be an inspiration.
That's it, man. Sure. And I am already an inspiration. So mission accomplished.
Absolutely. So this is a little bit different of a question, but in your Instagram bio, you have every nigga is a star. Is this a reference to Typical Butterfly or for the sample it uses?
Yeah.
From Boris Gardner?
Yeah, I would say it is more direct.
Whoa, get that on the video.
Star, bro. Definitely a direct reference to more sample. It's also just how I really just view life, bro. You know, black people, as we all know, are very oppressed in this world, but we're oppressed for a reason because we're powerful. We're very magical. Amazing. If niggas were allowed, I'm sorry for cursing this much too. I don't know,
bro. It's past 10 o'clock.
You feel me? That's all everything. Yeah, that's all I need to hear. Yeah, you got me wild up. You feel me? But yeah, you know, if niggas was allowed to really be niggas, bro, we take this country over, we take the world over, and we make it a more beautiful place. And motherfuckers are scared of that. So every nigga need a star. We're all powerful. We're all beautiful. We literally have copper inside of us, bro. We feel different, bro. Come on,
yo, that actually gets into my next question. Who is Malcolm X to you? And do you consider yourself an agent of black liberation?
Malcolm X is definitely just inspiration, overall hero, someone to learn from. Definitely just a teacher. So many things. He's everything. He's a teacher. He's you know, just a important figure to black history. He's someone that who just set the path, you know. Yeah. Because of him, I'm doing what I'm doing. Because of him, I'm able to do what I do. And yes, I would definitely consider myself an agent of black liberation for sure. Everything that I do starts and ends with niggas. Everything I do, if it is not for black people, I wouldn't do what I'm doing. Facts. Because I'm black, I'm doing what I do. Because I'm black, I have these emotions and feelings that I need to convey, and the easiest way for me to convey that is getting a piece of paper and listening to a beat and putting the words. You know, all I'm doing is again is all going back to all the leaders. You feel me? Sojourner Truth, Kwame Ture, everybody, bro. Without them, if you know me, without me know all of us. So
as your listeners can hear, Jason is a very knowledgeable,
It's a gift and a curse.
You can hear it in the music too.
Shit, man. Well, I think without further ado, we can shift it to the album. I know we're all curious. We all got to hear it. We got to hear A Smile to a Tear out now on all platforms. And I have a question about, honestly, the first track. So I myself am a jazz musician. So I automatically noticed Afro Blue being the title of the first track. So tell me about the naming. Tell me about, you have some of that jazz piano sample on there. Just tell me about that.
Real life, I'm not gonna lie, that track was just how my producer, shout out my homie Peasy, Real Day One. If you know who Peasy is, that's Real Day One. I've known Peasy since 2019. Lost my nigga in Italy, but that's what he named the beat. Bipis.I. Legend. That's my brother, man. Let me let you know. Hell yeah. Word, we outside. But yeah, that's just what he named the beat. But Afro Blue, again, very important. I personally know it, my real connection to it is through Robert Glasper.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Sure. Exactly. But no, on some real shit though, how the beat to me just sounds real kind of menacing, right? And I feel that is kind of black experience. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's also how my lyrics are kind of in that song as well. Life is fucked up. I wrote that song in 2022 as well, so life is super fucked up. But, feel me? Despite the blue, we still persevere. Blacks and blues, we still fight on. Yeah, shout out my brother PG, man.
One thing that we noticed was a motif for the song. A lot of the songs sound like they're inspired by Doom, and especially I Wish I Knew. And we just want to know how he inspires you. How does that contribute to your music in this album?
Alright. Nah, Doom just showed you can break the rules, bro. Doom showed you can do whatever the fuck you want. And that just, without Doom, there wouldn't be a lot of my personal heroes, you know? Doom is like a grandfather to a nigga like me, bro. Without Doom. Again, he just showed you can do whatever the fuck you want, how you want it. He said, you know what? Fuck this rap shit. I'm gonna go be homeless live life a bit, sell some drugs, and come back with a mask on and be the illest rapper ever. Like he created his own universe, and I think that's what we all are aspiring to do. All of us in our room, we're all trying to create a big ass world, and he did that. Just a regular nigga, literally a regular nigga down to his last, but he said, "Fuck it, I'ma still do it." So, shout RP to Doom, bro. Without Doom, it'd be none of us, bro. Again, just it's Doom, bro. Like, how can I not be inspired by a nigga like him saying the shit he does, how he said it? I remember like when I first got into Doom, like reading YouTube comments and shit. Motherfuckers be like, "Oh, but he's off beat." Who cares, bro? Like, this shit still sounds amazing. And that shit stuck with me. I remember when I first started rapping, I was off beat as a motherfucker, but it's like, who gives a fuck? Yeah. It's still art. It's still up for personal interpretation. Either you like it or you don't. It's cool.
Self-expression.
Self-expression end of the day. Call me ass. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it, bro.
That's the attitude to have. 100%.
I'm still doing it. You don't need to like me, because I have plenty of other niggas who like me.
That's definitely the right attitude to have. And also, unintentionally shout out Offbeat. That's the other hip hop radio station on WKCR.
Yeah.
But you know, going into the song Wheezy F. So, you know, first off, wonderful production. The music video also just came out. Y'all should go check that out if you can. It's on YouTube. Really dope all the way through. But at the end, you can hear people saying, "One take J." One take J. What that mean, bro? Was that really in one take?
Yes, bro. So shout out my brother Ravon. Shout out my bro Ravon, my light skinned twin, super light skinned twin. If you know who Ravon is, amazing dope artist. He's based out in Brooklyn. I met him last year. He invited me over to his crib one day in the summer. He said, "Let's cook up." Boom, boom, boom. Got to his crib, and I remember the homie Noon staying over here. He was supposed to pull up, but he couldn't that day. I remember we hit noon, I'm like, "Bro, send beats, we're cooking up." Motherfuckers send us, how many beats, brother? Like 68 or something? You here, tell us, bro. He sent us 68 beats, and that was one of the beats he sent us. But nah, yeah, I did that verse and run in one take. I remember Ravon did his verse. I was writing my verse while Ravon was rapping this shit. And yeah, I was just like, "Alright, I'm ready." And I rapped, and it felt really good. I remember I asked Ravon, like, "Yo, should I do another take?" He said, "Nah, bro, keep that. One take J, baby." It's, you know, it's my brother New, man. Like, yo, I love this guy, man. I know how to rap on his beats.
Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, more into the album. I feel like we heard a sound that's very similar, but also different than your last album. I'm curious how you feel your sound has evolved, and also if there's been any shift in like influence.
I would definitely say yes, definitely a shift in influence. I'm just more listening to more loose music, you feel me, honestly. Shout out to Beta's the GOAT. Shout out to Mercury's amazing. Shout out to Biscuit, like, you know. I'm learning to enjoy music more instead of have to be just more critical, be more like in depth with it. Loosen up, bro. Shake some ass. It's cool. Yeah, I'm just listening to more diverse music, and that's. I'm just listening to more music, and that's directly influencing me. I'm listening to a lot more jungle, for example, a lot more house, a lot more D&B, and I feel like that's directly influencing me. I'm just becoming more loose. I'm just more confident as an artist. That's really all it is. Again, I've been doing this shit for quite a while, quite a little while. So, you know, you just get to a point where, again, you just know who you are, and you're comfy with who you are. I'm very aware and comfy with who I am, and I feel like it just pours into the creative process where, you know, I know how to use my voice more. I know people give a fuck about me now. You know, it's just it gets a little easier over time. To all you young niggas, it gets easier. Just keep on rapping, bro. Be ass, bro.
No, like I fuck with that and like the self-confidence and knowing, you know, the artist that you are and the impact you can have. Like, so like if you feel like you can, you know, really reach some people, like if you could do an international tour, where would the first stop be?
I would love to do some shit in Africa, bro. Hell yeah. I need to see Africa before I die, bro. Send me everywhere.
Definitely.
Send me any spot. Word. Send me to the Sudan. Send me free Congo. Send me Ethiopia. Send me everywhere, bro. I'm trying to be outside. Somewhere Africa, of course Asia, of course. Come on now. I'm trying to chill with Mario and shit. You feel me? Trying to be outside with Goku.
Well, you know, also you were thinking about all these features on the album. You know, you had Lilith, Chow, Rivalin, Cam Barnes, Muddy Stone, Wise Boy Jeremy. Like, tell us about those features, why you chose those individuals to like be a part of your project.
Just people I'm a fan of, honestly. And also just people who just create naturally. You feel me? Outside of Wise Lord Jeremy, you know, Wise Lord Jeremy, it was business, to say the least, you know what I mean, how that track came. But all those other niggas, we just made those tracks. Like, it wasn't like we made those tracks for the album, you feel me? To just be honest with you. On the album, I would say it's probably only maybe 6 or 7 tracks where it's like, alright, these tracks are for the album. The tracks with Ravon, the tracks with Camp Barnes, the track with Muddy Stone, those were just made on some like let's make music type shit. I made Weezy F in Ravon's crib. I made Knee High Single at Camp Barnes' crib. Me and Muddy Stone, we first made the first version of Sometimes at Pirate Studios. Like it was just, you know, artists making art. And that was very important to me on this album because, you know, I just want to make music with people that I make music with.
It's a natural collaboration.
It's natural. It doesn't need to be so many new niggas on it. You know, and if it is someone new, it has to make sense. Like a Wise Boy Journey, who I am a fan of and I would love to work with. You know, but that's all it was. Those are just the homies. I remember when Every Deja Vu approached me to make this album. They said, send me just any loose tracks you have. I'll send them a shit ton of tracks. Those happen to be the ones we picked, and I'm glad they did though. Just natural collabs with people who I generally enjoy and fans of.
So the album came about in a very organic way.
Very organic, yeah.
And that actually gets into like our next question. Like, do you feel that, you know, you want your future albums to be very organic in that way, or you want to go work with some of the biggest artists that you're inspired by? Like, do you want it to be a mix? You want to put on your homies at the same time, you know, potentially working with bigger collaborators, or do you want certain projects to be mainly organic and certain projects to be something with, you know, different artists that you might not be already tapped in with?
Yeah, nah, I definitely personally prefer the organic method. It just has to make sense, you know?
Yeah.
If it's like a personal J Cinema project, it's gonna be just straight to homies. But if it's some shit kind of like this, where everywhere like I'm working with a certain team around me and they're throwing certain numbers at me saying we can do this, we can do that, and if they want to make it happen, sure. But if it's on some shit where it's just me and my niggas and I'm just personally handling everything, nah, bro. I don't need to work with the bigger artists. All my niggas are the biggest artists in the world.
I love that.
Fuck all these other niggas. Nah, I don't mean that for real. Yeah, fuck all these niggas, man. Fuck, you know what I mean? Nah, but you know, I don't need to work with the bigger artists, man. Because all my friends in themselves are extremely talented artists, and they have qualities that these niggas don't have. And they're all very unique. Again, I would rather work with Noon over damn near everybody. You know what I'm saying? Me and Samaya have about probably 2-3 tracks. We're gonna make more. Me and Nexus, he has me on a couple tracks on some of his future projects. Me and this nigga over here, we have a shit ton of tracks over the years. Like, it just, again, for me personally with music, it just has to be natural. Like, I got here with my friends, and I'ma stay here, and I'ma end it here with all my friends. If bigger niggas happen to come along and enter the circle, again, it just gotta be natural.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be in a situation where I'm personally paying niggas and they just send me tracks on email back and forth. Like, nah, bro. Again, if it's on some genuine, let's make this happen, cool. But outside of that, I don't need other people. So I have more than enough amazing artists that I've accumulated since I've made music, and it's cool, man. It's cool.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Again, it's just, you know, I know a lot of cool people, man.
Yeah, we're surrounded by a lot of beautiful people. I mean,
Exactly.
I know we got into this a little before we were on air, actually, but about the production on this album, I would love you to speak a little more to it before we head to the next section. But yeah, you got a lot of these jazz samples, you got a lot of this like very cinematic sounding stuff. Tell us a little more about who produced these tracks, you know, how they were produced, what we're going into it.
Shit, it's a lot of different producers. Track 1, I produced by my homie Peasy, long-time producer. Literally, Peasy was probably the second producer I've ever met as an artist. I remember I heard his shit on YouTube back in the day. I was like, he's the only type beat nigga that's different from all these other type beat niggas. He's actually nice. I've known Peasy for years. That song, again, we made in 2019. That's what Peasy is, man. Real jazzy, real fucking just, The second song, The Little Things, produced by my other day one, June. I remember June sent me that beat like two years ago, 2023. I remember I rapped on that shit instantly. He was like, low key, bro, this for another nigga. I was like, damn. But over time, you know, business shit happened. Niggas didn't communicate well enough. He said, fuck it, have the track. Shout out my nigga June. If you know June, you know June working really hard. And I'm just so happy to be part of their success. Track 3, Get Over Yourself, produced by Lilith. So that track, shout out to Everyday Deja Vu. Lilith was also an artist on Everyday Deja Vu. Everyday Deja Vu manufactured that song. That was one of the songs that was really crafted for the album instead of just here, let's make an album with these songs. Yeah, real lo-fi ass beat. I love Get Over Yourself because it just reminds me of being a teenager, listening to Nujabes, lo-fi hip hop, Adult Swim ass beat. The next, hell yeah, like that's what that beat remind me of. Shout out to Lilith. Tracks 4 and 5, Yearning and I Wish I Knew. Produced by Shamar. Shout out to Shamar, one of the best out here right now. If you know what Shamar is, you know what Shamar is about. I love those songs because I feel like they stand out the most in the track list. They're real abrasive. They're real noisy. They're real loud. They're real kind of, you know, scaring the hoes type shit out there. I could say it. I love how the album is kind of sequenced too because I personally feel like those tracks are kind of like, I'll say the album's like an acid trip or a shroom trip, I would say, where it starts off real heavy, it mellows out, then it's like, okay, sunshine and flowers at the end. Which gets to the transition, Wheezy F, produced by DJ Noon. Again, me and Ravon was in Ravon's crib. Noon sent that crazy ass beat. We said, yeah, this is the one right here. We made that track really quick. DJ, just the master of the loops, man. If you need cool loops, that's the nigga to holla at. Again, all of us in here will vouch for that. He dropped the album Friday with Samaya, like crazy. The tracks after that, Knee High, Something to Live For. Shout out to Cam Barnes. I was in Cam's crib. We cooked up. Boom, boom, boom. Track after that, Sometime. I'm sorry too. I'm trying to I don't know how time to work. The track after that, Sometimes, with Muddy Stone, produced by Sunjin. Sunjin is produced from Korea. He hit me up. He wanted to work. Send me beats. Send me a shit ton of beats. I haven't gone through none of them, but I remember that being specific. I wanted Muddy Stone on. Muddy Stone is beautiful. One of my favorite artists. A fellow day one. Known him forever. And yeah, bro, just cool ass beats, man. I don't know what to say. The rest of the beats, Tony Seltzer, Painter, Touchdown, Split It Even. He was shout out Everyday Deja Vu. They got in contact with Tony. They made it work. They was like, yo, can you rap on the Tony beat? I said, bitch, I can rap on anything. Got the Tony beats done. Shout out Wise Boy Jeremy, Curdy Panty, Above Water, same shit. We made business happen. I like that beat a lot. Made it happen. Shout out to the niggas. That song's on an Apple Music playlist now. Shout out to Apple Music. Come on, shout out to Floyd. And then the last song, Smiling, produced by Lil again. Shout out to Lillers, because they made the lo-fi beat, then they made the 8-beat gaming ass beat. It's just, it's just me, bro. This is what the sounds in my head sound like. That's all it is.
Yeah. You know, and like thinking about like how you see yourself as an artist, you know, to the public. Like, what's your message to the world? Like, who do you want people to see you as?
I'm just a nigga, bro. Like, I'm just a black man, bro. I'm just a nigga that ain't came from shit, that don't have shit, that's gonna die with a lot of shit by being a nigga. Just be you, bro. Be you, be yourself, and just, you know what I'm saying? Stay true. Stay true to your morals, stay true to your ethics. Because, you know, this life is fucked up, but there's a lot of beauty within it. And you're gonna find that beauty if you just be you. Stay true to yourself.
Sir,
Shout out to the niggas around me. Keep good folks around you. Do what you gotta do to stay grounded.
That's a great message to the people. And once again, this has been J Cinema. You're listening to WKCR 89.9 FM.
Hey yo, shout out Notes from the Underground. This is my first time on the fucking radio. I'm scared. This is crazy.
Y'all can listen to J Cinema's new album, A Smile to a Tear, out on all platforms now. Once again, that is A Smile to a Tear. You guys should check that out. If you fuck with the interview, definitely go give a few of those songs a listen. Fuck it, give all of them a listen.
Absolutely. Please, bro, I'm broke. Please, I'm broke. Help me.